Maharashtra state has vast forest resources: 6 national parks, 47 sanctuaries, and 6 conservation reserves. Around 20% of the geographical area is under forests. Forest is an important natural resource providing environmental protection and ecological balance. The boundaries of all forests whose limits have been decided upon and all other lands which are in undisputed possession of the Forest Department should be demarcated on ground by easily recognizable boundary pillars placed on the outer edge of the forests. Boundary pillars basically demarcate boundaries of forest area and prevent encroachment by private parties. Forest Department has prescribed methodologies to lay down boundary pillars. Around all forest area, adjoining non-forest land must be marked with boundary pillars. For areas where boundaries are not demarcated, survey and demarcation should be done through surveyor, and then accordingly boundary pillars should be erected. The subsection 72(1)(a) of Indian Forest Act 1927 invests any forest officer with the power to enter upon any land and to survey, demarcate and make a map of the same. Forest guards, range forest officers, forest surveyors and range surveyors have been invested with the authority. In case of any doubt, forest surveyor is competent to do a resurvey and relay the boundary pillar. If there is a dispute over a boundary, in case of private property adjoining a forest land, the concerned private party at his own cost should approach Taluka Inspector of Land Records and then clarify the boundary. Even while taking up new plantation, demarcation should be done and a boundary pillar should be erected wherever there is an adjoining non-forest area. The boundary pillars are of two types: first class, second class. The first class boundary pillars are erected on boundaries of forests at main points and at angles where the boundary of a forest block, forest compartment or a village intersects the forest boundary. The second class boundary pillars should be erected at intermediate points not exceeding 250 meters such that the next pillar on either side is clearly visible. Each pillar should be given a serial number. Fresh series should be given for each adjoining village in clockwise manner. Boundary pillars are made of stone Chiron or RCC, that is reinforced concrete cement, depending on site conditions and availability of stones. Specifications for stone Chiron boundary pillars. The first class boundary pillar shall be constructed by using hard stones. The depth of foundation should be 30 centimeters. The diameter at the base should be 2.10 meters. The diameter at the top should be 1.2 meter. The pillar should have a height of 1.5 meter above ground level. A cut stone slab having overall dimensions as 20 centimeters length, 15 centimeters breadth and 80 centimeters height should be erected at the center of top. It should project 40 centimeters above the Chiron of stones and 40 centimeters into the Chiron. The total height of the pillar should thus be 1.9 meters. If cut stone is not available, wooden stick or any other available stone may be used.
आता आपण ज्या ठिकाणी उभे आहोत ते ठिकाण म्हणजे अंबू फॉरेस्ट कंपार्टमेंट
We are at the boundary of forest compartment number 225 adjoining private land of Ambu village. This pillar beside me is a class 1 stone Chiron boundary pillar number 23. On the side opposite to the forest we have the name of the village and compartment number written. Ahead of this on my left is pillar number 24. It is a class 2 pillar. Similarly on my right there is class 2 pillar number 22.
For second class boundary pillar, the depth of foundation should be 30 centimeters. The diameter at the base should be 1.2 meter. The diameter at the top should be 0.75 meter. The pillar should have a height of 1.05 meter above ground level. A cut stone slab having overall dimension as 20 centimeters length, 15 centimeters breadth and 80 centimeters height should be erected at the center of top. It should project 40 centimeters above the Chiron of stones and 40 centimeters into the Chiron. The total height of the pillar should thus be 1.45 meters. If cut stone is not available, wooden stick or any other available stone may be used.
आत्ता आपण मौजे
Here
आंबो
at the boundary of forest compartment number 225 and Ambu village is pillar number 22. This is a class 2 stone Chiron
वर्ग
pillar.
2चा आहे.
The pillar number along with village name and compartment number should be engraved in the cut stone on the side away from the forest. The cut stone on both sides of pillars should be colored brick red in case of closed forests. It should be whitewashed in case of open forests. A line having 10 cm width of same color should be applied to Chiron on either side, radiating from the center of the cut stone to show the direction of the adjoining boundary pillars. Disadvantage of stone Chiron pillars. Forest resources are under pressure due to increasing population, urbanization and industrialization. The stone chirons can be easily moved or damaged. They also need regular maintenance. Specifications for RCC boundary pillars. The first class RCC boundary pillar should have a top dimension of 15 cm length and 10 cm breadth. The base dimension should be 23 cm length and 15 cm breadth. The height should be 1.4 meters. It should have a hole 20 cm above the base through which a 16 mm iron rod will pass, which will help in anchoring the pillar. The RCC pillar should be erected such that it is 1 meter above the ground level and 0.4 meter should be the depth of foundation. The pillar should be erected in foundation bed block of cement concrete mortar of size 50 cm length, 50 cm width and 50 cm depth.
वर्ग 1 नंबरचा पिलर हा RCC मध्ये बनवण्यात आलेला
This is class 1 pillar made in reinforced cement concrete. On this pillar, we have written the name of the village, compartment number and the pillar number.
The second class RCC pillar should have a top dimension of 15 cm length and 15 cm breadth. The base too should be of dimension 15 cm length and 15 cm breadth. The height of the pillar should be 0.9 meters. The second class RCC pillar should be erected such that it is 0.5 meter above the ground level and 0.4 meter should be the depth of foundation. This pillar should be erected in a foundation bed block of cement concrete mortar of size 45 cm length, 45 cm breadth and 45 cm depth.
हा आहे वर्ग 2चा RCC पिलर.
This is class 2 RCC pillar. On my left is class 1 RCC pillar erected at the corner of the forest boundary. On my right too, there is a class 1 RCC pillar. The distance between the two is about 100 meters.
100 मीटर ठेवलेले आहे.
Disadvantage of RCC pillars. RCC pillars are damaged to steel iron. These pillars are easy to remove. Specifications for stone Chiron boundary pillars in cement and concrete. First of all, 30 cm deep foundation of diameter 1.4 meter must be dug and it should be leveled. After, 1 part cement, 4 parts sand and 8 part metal should be mixed to make a concrete filling of diameter 1.2 meter and 10 centimeters thickness. The remaining 20 centimeters above the concrete bed and below the ground level must be built with big stones and mortar in the ratio 1:6, that is 1 part cement and 6 parts sand. Care must be taken that the cement and the sand is mixed well. Sand should be washed well before use. Then, above ground level, the construction should be done with stones and mortar in the ratio 1:6, that is 1 part cement and 6 parts sand, till the height of 1.05 meter is attained and such that the diameter at the top is 0.75 meter. Then, on the top center, a cut stone for information should be fixed, of dimension 30 cm length, 30 cm breadth and 48 cm height. To prevent cracks due to rainwater seeping into the structure, a 10 cm thick coping should be done. For coping, the mortar should be prepared in 1 part cement, 2 part sand and 4 part metal. Then, pointing must be done with cement and sand mixture in the ratio 1:6. This structure should be watered 2 to 3 times a day for 21 days. Construction of such chyrons should be undertaken between October and January when the water is easily available in forests.
हे सिमेंट आणि दगडी बांधकाम केलेल्या बुरुजाला
This stone chiron built in cement concrete should be watered 2 to 3 times a day for 21 days.
21 दिवसानंतर
After that, we will whitewash it with lime.
पांढऱ्या कलर
And on the side opposite to the forest, we will write pillar number.
ह्या दिशेने
As per the working plan of Usmanabad division, this is pillar number 1366.
योजनेच्या नोंदीनुसार ह्या पिल्लर क्रमांक आहे 1366.
To ensure visibility, the chyrons should be whitewashed with lime, and a 10 cm thick line should be drawn from the center of the pillar, indicating the direction of the pillars on either sides. The village name, compartment number and pillar number should be marked on the side opposite to the forest. GPS reading of the pillar position should be noted and marked on the pillar.
बुरुज क्रमांक 1370, GPS रीडिंग नॉर्थ 18 12 31.6, ईस्ट 076 00 25.4.
Advantage of stone chiron boundary pillars in cement concrete. Forest Department has been constructing stone chiron boundary pillars. These can be easily destroyed by miscreants. Even RCC pillars are easily destroyed to steel iron. The RCC pillars, being small in size, are not clearly visible from far. In comparison, the stone chiron boundary pillars in cement concrete are better. Such pillars need little repair. Rules for inspection and maintenance. Forest Guard is responsible for maintenance, repair and protection of all boundary pillars in his beat. Every year after monsoon, he shall maintain and color all pillars and prepare a special report of having performed this work. Once every year, beat guard shall inspect all pillars in his area and he shall enter the record of his inspection in his diary. The round officer is responsible for the condition of the forest boundary and all boundary pillars of his range. He shall see that the pillars are maintained in proper repair and color washed by the beat guard as directed. The round officer shall inspect every pillar of his round and make a note of it in his diary. He shall also submit a special report to the Deputy Conservator of Forest through the Range Forest Officer. The Range Forest Officer shall inspect 100% of all works. The total length of natural and artificial boundary is calculated for the entire forest area as per the working plan. Thereafter, only the artificial forest boundary is divided into 5 equal parts, as per compartment number, length and range for every year. Accordingly, maintenance of each part shall be done every 5 years and thus provision shall be made in the working plan. The Range Forest Officer during the official year shall inspect the condition of all the boundary pillars of not less than 3.2 kilometers of the forest boundary in every beat in his range. He shall submit a status report of the same to the Conservator of Forests through the Assistant Conservator of Forests. Important. As per Section 63C of the Indian Forest Act 1927, whoever, with intent to cause damage or injury to the public or to any person, or to cause wrongful gain as defined in the Indian Penal Code, alters, moves, destroys or defaces any boundary mark of any forest or wasteland to which the provisions of this Act are applied, shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 2 years, or fine, or with both.